You are not here by accident. There's something inside you that knows there's more to who you are, more to what you can become, more to the life that's calling out to you. And that more begins the moment you realize a powerful truth. Your future is not waiting for you. It's waiting to be written by you, not with a pen or a typewriter, but with the words you say, the thoughts you think, and the beliefs you hold about what is possible. Most people spend their entire lives reacting. They respond to what they see, what others do, what circumstances bring them. They believe the future is something that just happens. They think success comes with luck. They wait for the right job, the right person, the right moment. But the truth is, the future is not something that finds you. It's something you shape moment by moment through the lens of who you believe you are and what you believe is yours. Your mind is not just a place of memories. It's the place where the blueprint of your future is built. Every word you say is a brick. Every thought you repeat is a wall. Every feeling you nurture becomes the foundation. You are not a prisoner of what was. You are the architect of what will be. There's a law older than time and stronger than doubt. The outer world mirrors the inner world. What you carry inside, the world will show you outside. So if you believe you are unwanted, you'll see signs of rejection. If you believe you are blessed, the world will unfold blessings. The secret is not in changing the world around you, it's in changing what you carry within. Think about this. If you plant apple seeds, you don't expect oranges. If you plant negativity, fear, and I'm not good enough, the fruit of your life will show it. But when you plant faith, gratitude, and I am ready, life has no choice but to reflect that. You don't need to chase the future. You need to choose it. You need to declare it. You need to walk each day as if you are already becoming the version of yourself that your heart longs for. Not out of pretending, but out of remembering who you really are beneath the noise. There is no magic trick, no hidden step. It begins with a single bold decision. I will no longer let life just happen to me. I will write it. And that writing doesn't start on paper. It starts in the heart. It starts with belief. It starts with identity. The moment you claim your future in your words, your thoughts, and your spirit, you begin to create. You step out of the shadows of fear and into the light of faith. You are not a mistake. You are not powerless. You are not stuck. You are becoming. And what you are becoming is already reaching toward you. But it can only meet the version of you that dares to believe again, that dares to declare, I am the writer of my future. I will not wait for permission. Because the truth is, you already have everything you need to start, not tomorrow, not next month, but today, right here, right now. This is the moment everything begins to shift. Say this to yourself softly, even if you don't fully believe it yet. My life is mine to shape. My future is mine to write. And I'm ready to begin. There are moments in life when we feel like nothing is changing, like we're stuck in a loop, working hard, doing all the right things, yet watching others pass us by while we stand still. It can feel frustrating, even unfair. But what if the real reason things don't change is because we haven't yet changed the part of us that's writing the story? Many people keep repeating the same emotions, the same relationships, the same outcomes, because deep down they're carrying the same beliefs. They want love, but believe they're unworthy. They want success, but believe they always fail. They want peace, but are trapped in thoughts of worry. And without realizing it, those beliefs become the words they silently whisper into the mirror of life. This is why so many people feel exhausted. They're working hard on the outside, but nothing's shifting, because the inside is still holding on to the old version of who they used to be. It's like trying to build a new house on top of the rubble of the old one without clearing the ground first. The future can't grow on the soil of self-doubt. It needs new roots, planted with faith and watered with truth. Let's be honest, how many times have you told yourself things will get better one day? But when one day arrives, you feel just as lost, just as stuck, not because life doesn't want to give to you, but because you haven't yet given yourself permission to receive. You haven't told the universe who you are becoming, and so it just reflects back to you who you were yesterday. If you don't tell life where you're going, it will keep taking you in circles. It will keep reflecting the same patterns. And that's the danger of not writing your future. You end up living someone else's version of success. You end up chasing dreams that were never yours. You lose years of your life to confusion instead of creation. Right now, in this very moment, you have a choice. You can keep waiting, hoping that something out there will change. Or you can take back your pen, reclaim your vision, and begin to write your future with intention, with clarity, and with courage. The stakes are not small. Your joy depends on this. Your peace depends on this. The people you're meant to bless, the dreams you're meant to live, and the version of you that's waiting to bloom, they all depend on this choice. To stop reacting and start creating. To stop surviving and start designing. This matters because you matter. Your story isn't finished. You're not too late. You haven't missed your moment. The truth is, your moment begins the second you say, "Enough, I choose differently now." And that single shift is what begins the ripple that changes everything. So ask yourself, what have I been repeating that no longer belongs in my future? What words, what thoughts, what fears have I been carrying like a script? It's time to drop them. It's time to create space for something new. You don't need to know the full plan. You just need to say yes. Yes to believing again. Yes to becoming. Yes to writing something beautiful, something honest, something real. Because if you don't, nothing will change. But if you do, everything will. The world around you is not random. It's not punishing you. It's not ignoring you. It's simply reflecting you, not your value, because your worth never changes, but your beliefs, your identity, and your expectations. You may not realize this, but every moment of your life, you are standing in front of a mirror, not the one in your bathroom or on your phone screen, but the mirror of reality. And this mirror doesn't show your face. It shows your inner state. It reflects your thoughts, your assumptions, and your self-image. If you look into the mirror and say, "Nothing good ever happens to me," guess what the mirror will reflect? More situations that prove you're right. If you walk through life thinking, "People always leave me," life will echo that belief through broken trust and loneliness. Not because you deserve pain, but because the mirror is loyal. It only reflects what it sees, and what it sees is based on what you show it. The mistake many people make is trying to fix the reflection without changing the image. They try to change jobs, relationships, locations, hoping something will look different. But they bring the same self-image with them. So the mirror shows the same story, just with different names and places. But here's the shift. When you change the image, the reflection has to change. It cannot resist. If you begin to speak differently, think differently, believe differently, the mirror has no choice but to adjust. Life must mirror what you hold to be true. This is why identity is everything. It's not about pretending or faking. It's about remembering the truth. You were never broken. You were never small. You were never forgotten. But if you carry the belief that you are, the world will keep showing you shadows instead of light. Let's take a simple example. Imagine someone who says, "I'm not good at speaking in public." That person will likely avoid speaking opportunities, feel anxious when they arise, and interpret even neutral feedback as failure. But what's really shaping that reality? Not their skill, but their identity. Now imagine if they began to say, "I am becoming confident. My voice has value." Even if they're still nervous, the mirror begins to shift. Opportunities feel less scary. Growth begins. the world starts to reflect that confidence back. You don't need the world to agree with your vision at first. You need you to agree with it. That's where the change begins. When you look into the mirror of reality and say, "This is who I am now," the world starts to bend to that belief. So take a moment and ask yourself, what am I showing the mirror today? Am I showing fear or faith, scarcity or gratitude, doubt or vision? Because whatever it is, that's what the mirror will send back. The good news is, this mirror is not fixed. It can change. And the way to change it is to stop chasing the reflection and start adjusting the image. You are always holding the brush. You are always choosing the frame. The mirror doesn't care about who you were yesterday. It only reflects who you are being today. So if you want your life to look different, the first thing to do is look inward and ask, what reflection am I ready to change? And when you make that shift, even in small ways, the mirror listens, life listens, and soon you'll look around and realize the world is beginning to reflect a version of you that feels like freedom, that feels like home, that feels like the future you've been waiting for. You just had to believe it first. If you truly want to write your future into existence, you must start with one of the most powerful forces in your life, your identity. This is not about your name, where you live, or what you do for work. Identity goes deeper. It's the answer to the quiet question that lives beneath all your actions. Who do I believe I am? Your identity is like a compass. It silently points your life in a certain direction. Without realizing it, you speak from it, act from it, and expect things based on it. If you see yourself as someone who always struggles, your choices will match that belief. If you see yourself as someone who always rises even after a fall, your actions will reflect that too. The story you tell about yourself shapes your entire path. Many people try to change their lives without first changing their identity. They want new results but keep the same story. They speak about their dreams while carrying old labels in their heart. Labels like, "I'm unlucky," "I'm not smart enough," or "nothing ever works for me." But here's the truth. You cannot live beyond the image you hold of yourself. You will always return to what you believe you are. This is why it's so important to stop and ask, who am I becoming? Not who have I been, or what have others told me I am, but who do I choose to become? Close your eyes and imagine the future you, the version of you who is free, fulfilled, and walking in alignment with your purpose. What does that person believe? How do they speak to themselves? How do they walk through life? That's your new identity. That's the person who can bring your vision into reality. Now here's the next step. Begin to speak as that person. Speak to yourself with love, with confidence, and with authority. Say things like, "I am growing stronger every day. I am a magnet for good things. I am becoming the version of myself I was always meant to be." Even if it feels awkward at first, speak it anyway. Speak it until it sinks in. Because every time you speak like your future self, your identity shifts. And when your identity shifts, your actions begin to follow. New thoughts rise up, old patterns fall away. The mirror of life starts reflecting something new. Remember, you don't become your future self overnight, but you do become them step by step, choice by choice, word by word. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be intentional, because identity isn't something you wait for, it's something you step into. So take a breath, stand tall, and whisper to yourself with full belief or even the tiniest hope, "I am becoming who I was born to be." That simple decision begins the greatest transformation of your life. The words you speak are not small, they are seeds. Every sentence you say plants something in the garden of your future. You may not see it growing right away, but it's there, beneath the surface, waiting for the right moment to bloom. And the more often you say something, the deeper its roots grow in your life. Most people don't realize this. They speak from what they see instead of what they desire. They wake up and say, "I'm so tired," or "nothing ever changes," or "I don't have enough." And life, like a loyal mirror, echoes those words right back. More tiredness, more stress, more lack. But imagine if you shifted your language. Imagine if instead of describing your day, you designed it with your words. Instead of saying, "I'm always behind," you said, "Everything is working out for me." Instead of saying, "I don't know how," you said, "I trust the answers will come." That small change in language creates a massive change in energy. And when your energy changes, your future begins to move. This is why affirmations are so powerful. They are not magic spells. They are reminders. They remind your mind of what you are choosing. They pull you back into alignment with the identity you've decided to live from. And when repeated often enough, they reshape your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. Try these simple, gentle affirmations each morning and evening. I am walking into a beautiful future. I am enough just as I am. The universe supports my growth. I am safe to dream big. My voice matters. My life matters. You don't need to shout them. You don't need to force belief. You just need to say them again and again with kindness. Even if it feels uncomfortable at first, your words are listening. Your soul is listening, and your future is listening too. Remember, your mouth is a doorway. It opens the way to the life you want or the life you fear. So be mindful of the direction your words are pointing. Speak from your vision, not from your worry. Speak from your truth, not your fear. Speak like your dream is already on its way, because it is. The more you speak what you want, the less you'll need to explain your past. The more you declare what's ahead, the more you'll see the world responding to your words. So begin today. Speak life into your future. Speak grace over your journey. Speak abundance into your days. Your words are writing the chapters of your tomorrow. There's a reason your dreams don't always show up the moment you ask for them. It's not because life is ignoring you. It's not because you're doing something wrong. It's because the world moves slower than your spirit. In your mind and heart, you can imagine something instantly. You can see it, feel it, and believe it in seconds. But in the physical world, things take time. We live in a world of matter, and matter moves with patience. It doesn't jump at your first thought. It waits to see if you'll keep believing. It asks, will you still hold this vision tomorrow, next week, next month? And this is where most people lose hope. They plant the seed of belief, but when they don't see a flower the next morning, they stop watering it. They walk away, and the seed dies, not because it wasn't good, but because it wasn't given time. Faith is not just a feeling. Faith is a decision. It says, even if I can't see it yet, I know it's coming. It says, I trust what's forming beneath the surface. It says, my future is not delayed, it's developing. This is the secret of creation. What you want will come to you if you stay aligned with the version of yourself who already has it. That means acting like it's on its way. Speaking like it's already yours, choosing peace instead of panic. Many people go through emotional waves. One day they believe, the next they doubt. One week they are full of energy, the next they feel tired and defeated. And this is normal, but the key is this. Don't let your temporary feelings erase your long-term vision. If you find yourself losing faith, pause and return to your identity. Remind yourself of who you are. Remind yourself of what you've chosen to believe. Say, even now, I hold the vision. Even here, I stay the course. Because something amazing happens when you remain faithful. Your energy begins to shift. The world notices. Doors begin to open. People show up. Ideas come to mind. The mirror of reality catches up to the picture you've been holding. And yes, sometimes the world will test you. It will ask, do you still believe, even when it's hard? But remember, the delay is not denial. The silence is not rejection. The waiting is the womb of transformation. The universe is always listening, not just to your words, but to your faith. And when your belief is stronger than your fear, when your vision is louder than your doubt, life begins to bend in your favor. So don't give up when the road looks quiet. Don't throw away your future just because today feels slow. Stay faithful, stay rooted, stay aligned. Your future is already forming. Let your faith be the light that leads it home. The life you are living today is shaped not just by your dreams, but also by the stories you've been telling yourself for years. Stories like, I always mess things up, no one supports me, or I'll never have enough. These stories might feel true because they've been repeated so often. But here's the truth. They are not your future unless you choose to keep them. Letting go of old stories doesn't mean denying your past. It means freeing yourself from the idea that your past is the final word on your life. Just because something happened doesn't mean it has to keep happening. Just because you were once afraid doesn't mean you are still afraid. Just because someone doubted you doesn't mean you need to carry that doubt. Most people live by their reflection. They look at what's happening in their life now, the bills, the loneliness, the frustration, and they assume that's who they are. But what they're really doing is looking into the mirror of reality and saying, this must be the truth. They forget that the reflection is just the past echoing back. To write a new future, you must stop rehearsing old scenes. You must stop waking up each day with the same script and expecting a different ending. You must look yourself in the mirror and say, that was my past story, but I'm writing a new one now. Letting go can feel strange. Sometimes we cling to familiar pain because it feels safe, but safe isn't the same as free. You were not born to repeat, you were born to create. And creating begins by releasing everything that no longer supports your vision. Start simple. Write down the beliefs that no longer serve you. Say them out loud, then say, I release this now. Then write down new beliefs, ones that lift you, ones that remind you of your strength. Say them with love and repeat them daily. Because when you let go of old stories, you make space for new blessings. When you stop telling the world who you used to be, the world can finally see who you really are. Let go, let it fall away, let it return to the past where it belongs. Writing your future isn't just a dream, it's a daily choice. And you can begin today with a simple, powerful practice. It doesn't require fancy tools. All it takes is your heart, your voice, and your willingness to believe. Here's how to do it. Step 1. Create your vision. Take 5 to 10 minutes and write down what you truly desire. Not what you think is possible, but what you deeply want. Imagine your life in 10 years. Where are you? What are you doing every day? Who is around you? How do you feel? Make it detailed. Make it honest. Don't hold back. This is your future, and you're the author. Step 2. Write identity affirmations. Now ask yourself, who do I have to be to live that life? What kind of person walks in that dream? Then write I am affirmations based on that. For example, I am confident and calm. I am open to love and abundance. I am becoming stronger and wiser every day. Step 3. Write worldview affirmations. This is how you see the world around you. For example, the world supports my growth. Opportunities find me at the perfect time. Everything is working for my highest good. Step 4. Repeat daily. Read your affirmations aloud every morning and every night. Speak them with feeling, even if they feel new. Your brain listens, your body listens, and slowly the mirror begins to reflect what you believe. Step 5. Walk in that truth. Let your actions match your words. If your affirmation says, I am healthy, choose foods and habits that reflect that. If your affirmation says, I am loved, Speak kindly to yourself and let love in. Your small steps become the bridge to your big dreams. This is how you write your future into existence, not just once, but every day. You align your mind, your heart, and your actions with the life you're creating. You stop reacting to your current reflection and you start building the image that life will reflect back. And remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be real. Your faith will do the rest. One of the biggest traps we fall into is believing we have to chase everything we want. We chase love, we chase money, we chase approval, and in all that chasing, we end up feeling tired, anxious, and disconnected from ourselves. But chasing is not your natural state. You were not made to run after life. You were made to attract it. Attraction comes from alignment. It comes from being clear about who you are and what you value. It comes from walking in peace, not panic. When you are grounded in your identity, when your thoughts and words match your vision, life starts moving toward you. You become like a magnet. People notice your energy. Opportunities start to show up. Paths begin to open, not because you're chasing, but because you've become a match for what you want. Think about the sun. It doesn't chase the flowers. It shines, and the flowers turn toward it. You don't have to beg life to bless you. You just have to shine. You just have to be steady, true, and rooted in who you're becoming. This doesn't mean you sit still and do nothing, but it means you move from a place of purpose, not pressure. You act with faith, not fear. You speak with joy, not desperation. The moment you stop running and start radiating, everything changes. You stop trying to force and start allowing. You stop needing and start receiving. Life responds to the energy you carry, not the effort you force. So take a breath. Release the urge to control everything. You don't have to prove anything to be worthy of what you want. Just be who you are. Be kind. Be patient. Be clear. Let life come to you. You were born with the power to create. That power is not outside of you. It's within your thoughts, your words, your choices, and your beliefs. Every day you wake up, you hold the pen, and every moment you are writing something new. The question is, are you writing from fear or from faith? From the past or from your purpose? This is your invitation to start writing differently, to stop describing life as it is and start declaring life as it will be. You are not here to repeat cycles. You are here to break them. You are here to rise, to rebuild, to remember who you are. No one else can do it for you, not your parents, not your partner, not your friends. You are the one. You are the author. You are the artist. You are the voice that speaks things into existence. And when you choose to believe that, when you choose to wake up every day and write from your vision, not your reflection, something beautiful happens. The mirror of life begins to shift. Doors you never imagined open. People you've been waiting for arrive. Strength you didn't know you had begins to rise. This is not fantasy. This is faith. And faith, when practiced daily, becomes your new reality. So write your future. Write it boldly. Write it with love. Write it with joy. And when doubt comes, write anyway. When fear whispers, "Who do you think you are?" answer softly, "I am the one who writes my future." You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin. Right here, right now, with the belief that your words matter, that your vision matters, that you matter. Let today be the day you stop waiting for change and start becoming the change. Let this be the moment you look in the mirror and say, "I am ready." Ready to write, ready to rise, ready to remember who you truly are. Your future is waiting for your voice. Go write it.